Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and again, Your Excellency, Mr. Jandrokovic, dear colleagues, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's my particular honor to be here at this very historic time, when Croatia has just completed its accession negotiations and within the arm's reach of joining of the European Union. Croatia's example now sets the pattern for the whole region of Western Balkans and is an important confirmation that the process of EU enlargement is alive and ongoing. The process of Croatia's accession has not been easy, since it required the implementation of very profound and all-embracing reforms, along with the overcoming of the influence of bilateral factors not related to the established policy of EU enlargement. Yet, Croatia, with a courage and determination, has demonstrated that it deserves becoming a member of the EU family. I am glad that also Latvia has contributed to the achievement of the strategically important aim of concluding the accession negotiations with Croatia, exchanging our experience of EU integration and supporting a swift conclusions of the negotiations. It is my firm conviction that the enlargement process should continue and all the countries of Western Balkans will become full-fledged EU members one day. All of the countries of Central and Eastern Europe share the sorrowful experience of at least 50 years of a totalitarian regime, whereas Western Balkans have experienced even more dramatic background of wars just a decade ago. It makes the progress achieved during past 10–11 years by the countries of the region even more impressive. The region from a source of instability and net security recipient has evolved into net security donor. 10 years ago, Latvia was participating in the peacekeeping missions in the Western Balkan countries. Presently, we are equal partners in, for example, NATO mission in Afghanistan. Western Balkan countries have not only advanced in the implementation of the internal reforms, but are continuing to strengthen their bilateral relations and promoting reconciliation among their peoples, which is an important prerequisite for joining the EU. Regional cooperation in Southeast Europe has sprouted encouraging signs over the past year. Intensified contacts between the heads of state of neighboring countries promoting reconciliation. The promising start of the Belgrade-Pristina dialogue already yielding first agreements and many others. But still there is a room for vitally needed practical cooperation like projects of a wider regional character in the areas of energy, infrastructure and transport. It is important to use all the instruments that can facilitate the EU integration. Successful, all-inclusive regional cooperation is highlighted by the Commission in its latest enlargement strategy, can give an important boost in the EU integration process and beyond, as I can testify from our own experience of Baltic and Nordic-Baltic cooperation. And we are ready to share it with our partners in the Southeast Europe. In conclusion, I would like to recall that the EU enlargement policy throughout the EU's history has been a continuous success story. It is also a never-ending story, and it has to be. There is a Latvian fable about an evil spirit emerging every 100 years from the Daugava River and asking the first comer whether the Riga city is finished. If the person would answer yes, in 2 days Riga would be swallowed by the waters of the Daugava river and disappear. Similarly, the building of the enlarged Europe whole and free is not completed. The EU enlargement has to continue for the Europe to prosper and be at peace. There is just a process to be followed by the candidates to the accession, fulfilling their respective homeworks till they can join the European Union. And finally, of course, thank you very much for your attention. All the best to Croatia.